You're being asked to differentiate and simplify y equals e to the cos 3x. Now, as you can see, this is a composite function. However, it is a function e to the this of a function cos this of another function which is 3x. So you have 3 functions here instead of 2 as usual cases. But let's concentrate on this. We also have this part. We'll deal with this part later. But part 1, let's look at y equals e to the cos 3x. Now, I know that if you have been practicing using your chain rule, you could do part of this mentally, alright? But we're going to look at the full working. Let's use our substitution. Let us say we're going to have let u be equal to 3x. Let v equals cos u, or let's write cos 3x for now. And then of course y equals e to the, it would be what? E to the cos 3x. So therefore what we have is u is 3x, v equals cos 3x, which is cos u, and y equals e to the cos 3x. But cos 3x is v, so it will be to the v. You see that? This. Alright? Now, chain rule. We want to find out what is dy by dx. Now, looking at this, you can find du by dx. So this is du by dx times, then you could find dv by du here. dv by du times, what could you find now? dy by dv, because you have y in terms of v. So you can find dy by dv. Alright. So here you can see that this would cancel out. du cancels du, dv cancels dv. So we have dy at top and dx at the bottom. Alright, so it would work out if you do that. It's a chain rule. So let's see how this would go. What is du by dx? Well, if you have u is equal to 3x, du by dx would be 3. So that's 3. Alright? What is dv by du? dv by du, well, when you differentiate cosine, what do you get? So you should remember it, but let's check with our formula sheet anyway. When you have, the derivative, right? When you have, they don't put that in the formula sheet, so you have to remember it. Alright? You're going to have to remember that part. So let's get back to this. When you have cosine, oh no, why this thing jump like that? Remember sine, cos minus sine. When you remember the table of derivatives. So when you differentiate cos, you get negative sine. So this is negative sine u. Alright? And then dy by dv would be what? Well, it's e to the v, so you get back e to the v. You have to remember those things. Alright, so what happened here is that dy by dx is equal to du by dx, which is what? 3 times, we could also use it that, but since we start with multiplication sign, we continue, times dv by du, which is negative sine u, times dy by dv is e to the v. So what we have is 3 times negative sine, what was u again? U was 3x, so it's negative sine 3x times e to the v. What was v again? V was cos u. It was cos u, but remember what u was? U is 3x, so it's cos 3x. So how we can write this now, finally, is to say dy by dx equal, you could say negative 3 sine 3x cos 3x. Alright, so negative 3 sine 3x cos 3x. Oh, it's e to the negative. What did I go wrong? Is this part is e to the, I missed this part out, is e to the, right, is e to the cos. Somehow I missed that part out. Let me write it properly. It's actually e to the cos. E to the cos 3x I should have. Right. I know I should have some e to the something. Let me write this part properly to e to the cos 3x. E to the v, which is e to the cos 3x. Because remember, v was cos u, which is cos 3x, right? So what we have is negative 3 e to the, or negative 3 sine 3x e to the cos 3x for our answer. Part 2. Let's leave this until our next video.